fine. There's some things that have been going on in the last what, like, New Babylon shit. I've noticed it the most, realistically. PD's literally like.
What do you mean?
Like, they come in uninvited. It's the same thing today. We were not aware of the bail hearing. They just parked 4 cars in our airlock and just sit there, hold on tight. Fred's gonna tell us what to do next. And I'm just sitting here like, why the fuck did you, like, are you forgetting that there is a channel 15? Are you forgetting that you can just tell us that you're coming in? Like, you're just driving yourself in, basically. You're inviting yourself. I don't fuck with that.
Wait, so could you be a bit more particular, like specific? Because keep in mind, I was in the area, but I try to ignore everything around me in order to get what I need to do done transparently. So
of course,
I may have been present, but not,
No, I don't think you were there for that anyways. Like I said, nobody was really aware or there for it. It was before the bail hearing started, before we as DOC were aware there was a bail hearing. 4 cop cars just opened both gates, parked their cars in the airlock, and stood there. And then I had to walk up to them and ask them why they were here in the first.
Wait,
and then they
after
said,
the bail situation?
This was before it started.
Okay.
This was for the bail hearing. But we
Did
were
the
not
judges make you aware of the bail hearing?
No, it was literally the PD that drove into our prison and made me wait for another 10 minutes while standing in the airlock to know what the fuck's going on or why they're here. But sure, that's besides the point. They didn't get inside the prison walls. That's fine. It's what. I wait there until they find out why the fuck they're here because they didn't even know themselves apparently. I waited for it. And then they said, yeah, we're here for the bail hearing. I was like, okay, cool. Sure. I shrugged it off because I didn't want to start any. All of them get into cuffs. All of them get, ready to be transported to the courthouse. One of our lifers instigates on, I think, an officer. I think it was Crystal Clear. Unsure exactly if it was her or not. One of them instigates on her. They start beating her up, and then Pred's like, ignore that lifer, don't deal with it. Let the DOC handle it. And I was like, well, the DOC is in the buses transporting your people, or the DOC is transporting the inmates. So we're in the buses, we can't deal with it. And then Pred had to make the comment saying, oh, maybe you should get your rankings right so you don't have to do the work and you have enough staff to do it. And then I'm sitting here like, what do you want me to do? Walk out this bus right now and let you do it yourself? Like, hello? Like, I don't think he kind of realizes how
legally
difficult it is
can't. You know what? This is a great intake situation. What do y'all think? We have to, it sounds to me, we have to resolve a jurisdictional dispute.
Dude, it's horrible. He sits there and walks in the yard, right? Talks the most shit he can about the lifers, right? Like, he walks in there and then he's like, oh, you don't have the right to speak because you don't have the right for freedom.
God damn it!
Oh, good luck.
1 second. 10-2.
Oh, dear.
William Hunter's vehicle's parked outside the Faces house. I just... I located it real good.
Hey, firm.
You guys want me to monitor it for, say, 20, 30 minutes?
I don't think we should be there unless there was a reason. You know what I mean?
William Hunter's car is parked outside the front. In the bushes where the usual spot is.
Yeah, I'd say...
Reason enough?
No, I don't think so. I think some outside factors, you know what I mean? We happen upon it maybe 5 minutes or so, but... you know what I mean? I don't want us to camp a spot. You know what I mean? Like...
I get you.
Yeah.
We'll leave the area.
Hey, firm. The best way to explain is like if there was oxy cells there, if we you know, follow someone there, sure. If there's something that leads it, but even if we see a vehicle, we document, we dip. At least for the time being.
So,
all right. So I'm just gonna document the vehicles and move on. All right.
Ever?
I have my own thoughts of, I think the first step would be, I don't know if you have this document already made, but writing up some sort of document about the expectations of PD coming into prison. Because I think in the past, it's always kind of been a fair game, and Pred is one to just go with whatever he wants to do. So if you have those guidelines, you have a discussion that you expect them to follow those guidelines. And then Pred does it again, I think is when we might want to escalate and do like a full intake.
Of course, I understand. But it's just like that won't solve the other issues we've been having too, right? It's literally PD instigating lifers, telling them, "Oh, I'm not gonna talk to you," or "Oh, you don't have the right to speak because you're not gonna be out of prison at all at any given time. Anyways, you're gonna be in here for life." And then he made, like, for example, Pret made these comments, right? And I was like, "Oh, so are you gonna be there as well when they hold us up because they want the freedom you just told them they're not gonna have?" And then he's like, "No, that's gonna be your problem. So why the are you instigating them in the first place at that point? There's no need to instigate people who are behind bars."
Wait, are you saying she's saying that note RP? It's still RP
I mean,
for
I
her
think
complaining.
it kind of goes with the
bringing
guidelines
it up
of, like,
too.
if you're not there, like, they don't really need to step foot unless something is happening. The only thing is if you try to do any sort of jurisdictional thing to Pred, he's going to ignore the prison and have the entire LSPD never help out with anything that needs to happen.
Exactly, and that's the problem. That's why I walked up to you guys, because I'm keeping my temper. Like, I was thinking of just getting out of that bus right there and call quits. But I didn't want to do it because who's not going to be there the next time we have a 13 Alpha in the prison? The PD. He's going to tell one meeting,
Here,
hey,
so
everyone, we don't
here's
respond to
here's here's sort of the deal. If he is instigating inside prison, you have the jurisdictional authority to do what's necessary,
including kicking them out.
Correct.
I know,
are sub-authority to you.
Yes.
Of
Now,
course.
I would
know
not
this and I'm
lean.
full aware.
Now, obviously, there's also your fear of, like, what if he decides not to show up? That is a decision that he himself is making. These decisions he is liable for, right? So understand that doing those sort of things is not necessarily okay. Just as I can put a gun in someone's mouth and pull the trigger, just because I'm the director doesn't mean I can, right?
Of course.
So my general advice is, if you're not getting, you need to assert your authority. If he chooses to pack his bags and, like, you know, like, take his toys and go home, that's his choice, and then manage it from that direction. Otherwise, you're always going to be subject to these threats, right? Now, I understand that you have a resource concern. However, you know, I think you should pull in someone like Norman Adams and get his legal understanding of this, so as to protect yourself when you make these decisions, including but not limited to if he's, you know, like, you know, throws a fit and, you know, is refusing to assist if there are riots in the future, what that would mean. That's how I would handle it, instead of us talking too much about, like, the political aspect of things, because a lot of that is rather irrelevant unless you have an understanding with them to begin with, right?
But regardless,
Yeah,
I would
no,
recommend creating up like a one-pager of what you expect out of PD. Like, if there's a bail hearing, what you expect them to do, because I do think a lot of PD are just clueless on that and might be overstepping without even realizing it.
I agree with that as well.
And that's the thing, right? Like, 'cause I don't want to sit here and say, hey, fuck Alfred, like, I hate him. I don't want to say that shit, because I don't, right? But it's just more so, like, there are no boundaries at this point, right? And believe it or not, and I'm not gonna be the first one to tell you this, but DOC will always be walked over. Like, we're literally the bottom rock of the departments. It is what it is, right? But I'd like to move on this. But if they are, like, we've had a time, this was announced by PD, by the way. We had a time where if someone commits a crime inside the prison, like temporary inmates, they are to be charged for the crimes they committed inside the prison. And a bunch of them disagreed on that. A bunch of PD just walked away after they committed a crime. Till one BCSO member made a full-on UPD announcement on the MDT saying we are to charge people when they commit crimes inside the prison. And like, I want PD to show up, and I don't want to go the jurisdictional or the legislative way of dealing this. I just want this from person to person to be able to deal with, that everyone respects the boundaries of the prison. Because I mean, if I have to go down the route of them potentially not showing up, well, that basically means I lost all respect for PD.
I mean, these are choices that you're going to have to make, Yui. I don't think we can. This is tough, right? I can tell you then when our boundaries are not, respected. I have to ensure it by doing what I need to do to get that assertion across. Like, for example, we've had to make certain decisions where we're relying on BCSO more than LSPD, right? For certain things. Yeah. Without going into details. And that is a consequence of you have to understand, you're talking to someone that doesn't respect anyone, including those that work directly for him. They are simply pawns in his game, right? So
no, exactly. And I'm not on that level yet, so it's different.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I think just creating those boundaries, making them aware to everyone will hopefully stifle some of it, and anything that goes beyond that will have to be dealt with accordingly.
I think let me even make it more direct here. Yui, you are responsible for maintaining that, right? This isn't even a choice. It is your legal responsibility, the prison, right? And if your authority is being ignored and it is resulting in problems in the area that you're responsible for, you're liable, right? It's the same reason that I have to slam my dick down, not because I need to show who's the bigger, dog, but because it is quite literally my job, right?
Yes. You're right.
And with that, I would also talk to the judges about bail hearings and stuff as, those start becoming more prevalent, because court cases are probably going to be coming through a little more. Letting them know you'd like to be notified so you can get things ready inside prison before all shit goes to hell. And
more so about the, putting dots on the authority, right? What would be the right route to go from there? Like, how would I start a process like that? Because I can make a report, but it's literally only DOC that can see that. Do I bring this to a PD command, high command?
You mean the SOPs?
Yeah, so basically the SOPs for PD duty inside the prison.
Talk to a justice to create a cross report thing. Call it a new report category that marshals, PD, and DOC can see. Like
one of those announcements thingies that literally let's say I'll give an example, the new BCSO Sergeant one. Everyone can see that, including...
Well, kind of. It'd be a new report. What report types can you see? What categories?
Great question. I can see... BOLO, legislation, state announcements, DOC report, investigation unit, DOC command reports, weapon registry, high command, and disregard.
It sounds like you need a new report type which is good anyways, right? Something limited to PD high command and marshals and DOC high command. right? It's like an interdepartmental report type.
It's basically like a joined.
Do you want me to set that up?
Report.
I can do it.
No. I think let's have Yui run it. Because it's going to be good learning for her as well, right? So I would chat with the justice about it, give them the reason for why this report is necessary, and then sort of go from there. And then let us know in, let's say, 48 hours, touch base with us again as to how it's going, and we'll monitor from there.
Okay. I will get started on at least a tag right now.
Absolutely.
And I will wait until my high command and command is around to set the boundaries for how shit's supposed to go down in a prison.
Okay.
Regarding to outside authorities.
Yeah,
Easy.
and think about like any situations that come up. Like for this one, it was, interrogations, have like a section for interrogations, one for bail hearings, all the different scenarios that kind of come up in the past 48 hours and any ones that you think may come up in the future.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh yeah. At least it helps me a little bit. I appreciate you guys for this, At least I have someone to talk about the things and get actual good advice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, absolutely. All right, Warden, you stay safe. And hey, we are cooking on some things to help assist you in future, but I recommend you start opening the gates on interviews.
See, I know what you mean, and I know, like I'm literally twatting out every single day. It's getting to a point where I might have to go back to what I did at first to get literally one of my command members in.
Do a hiring fair.
Yeah, but who's gonna show up? See, the issue is
work with the
how bad is it
work
sounds?
with the
work with the
mayors. Yeah, state announcements, right? If you want me to be real with you, if I ran DOC, right, and this is, hopefully don't take this like I could do better type shit. Just this is what I would do. I would go to the mayors. You pick a date with your command. I do a hiring fair in the time frame that matters the most, which is now, right? The other time frames only focus on a certain slice of time. Don't do all of it. That's not practical. You state announce it out. Yeah, people show up. You hire 10 people and then let them know that 5 of you are going to get fired. The best 5. You must. We are looking for one. Why? Like the thing is,
no, it's a good tactic. No, it's
it is.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's crazy.
Yeah, I like. Look, if it's the same. Look, people call it ruthless because they haven't worked at McDonald's before. If you are not doing your job, you have no leg to stand on for keeping your job. If someone has been aiming to be DOC, then step the fuck up and do your responsibility or get the fuck out. So by setting that tone, and the reason for setting that tone is letting them know early on that this is not a you got hired, you're safe, right? That you've gotten keys to a playground.
Yeah.
It's also, you could try to set something up if you talk to the mayor soon, like meet the mayors, try to pull more people in on like meet the mayors, job fair, DOC as well. Like try to combine it to pull in more people.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll try that. And I'm not trying to doom here or anything, but realistically, PD is also really open to applicants right now. So anyone would. For PD
listen,
over DOC.
I quite frankly, like DOC has like, call it the fucking combat division. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, like get these sort of things off the ground until you start. Most people here are not worth their salt who are going to apply. And you have to get through the shit to find the diamonds. And then those that are shit can have the option to, take a damn shower and, work their way up.
You're not wrong.
Like just straight up, you hire in 10, the ones that aren't showing up to work, like, after 2 weeks, rip. Those that are not, following directions and improving and providing value, rip them. Right, and then do another round.
Yeah. Huh.
sitting at the top,
will work
we
on it.
can't have emotions for others, right? It's
No, you're
and
right.
and if you look at the
that's
LSPD,
another-
they're only existing because of other people's hard work, right? BCSO had to be built up from the ground up. Marshals are ground up. You're gonna have to go from the ground up. LSPDs had to mass hire, and they got numbers because of what's existed. They were the de facto for 2 years, right? These things don't just magically create. It requires some rolling up of sleeves. But hey, I'll let you guys keep talking if you want. I gotta get going. So
I gotta get going as well. There's
Yep.
just
All right.
13 alpha
Easy.
in prison.
all
I'll
right.
talk to you guys later. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Oh my god, another one crossed off the list.
Easy. You really need a secretary.
Eventually, I think
know,
once we
second
get that
command that
board,
just
that's
take
gonna
over.
work. The problem is, you hire a secretary, they need to be a marshal, and at that stage,
Yeah.